fast pace. Get your energies flowing, and you ain't got to listen to all that ignorant talk about go out there and get yourself arrested, rap music type shit. Huh? What happened?
How you spell Keida?
Keida is Keida.
All right.
Yep.
So go check them out on Facebook or wherever you check your music out. Spotify is pretty good when it comes to music. Check your music out. So for me, 5 albums. Okay, we're gonna get off the reggae topic right now. And I was just thinking about 5 albums that I really like 5 of my favorite top 5 albums. The reason that I like them is because each song on the record sounds completely different from the last song. Like, I love Robin's Body Talk 1, 2, 3. That counts, but that counts as one. And there's Disclosures. They're really good. We missed them in concert because I tried to buy them at the last minute. And yeah. Their album is Settle. And then Lily Allen, I'm not going to lie. I really liked her first album that she came out with. I think it's self-titled album. I'm not really sure. And the reason why that I like these albums so much is because I said each song sounds really different. And they're just well-rounded artists. Next one, I would say MIA. I love her album Kala. Kala. That one's very good. I mean, she started off with her.
I've really been able to listen to MIA too much.
Like, you don't like her stuff, or?
I don't know. I just really haven't.
I have a lot of her stuff.
I've listened to a couple of her songs on one of the albums that you had.
They're very political, I would say.
It's just.
No, well, I don't know. I can't really say that. Well, she had Pirates.
It's just a style. It's kind of.
It's yeah. You gotta.
Definitely a different style.
It's an acquired taste. Yeah. So her first album, the very first one she came out with was Piracy Funds Terrorism. That one was pretty good. And then there was RLR. That was the one that came out actually in stores. And then Kala. And then I think this last one was Matangi. Anyways, so the last one I would say that I really think you guys should go check out is Mike Snow. That's Miike Snow, and their music is pretty good. Each song sounds really different on there too. So yeah, you've heard their songs. You know what? I don't even know how to explain what kind of music is anything these days. People ask me that, what kind of music is this? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what category it belongs in because each song sounds so different. And I don't want to say indie because indie to me is, I don't know, it's outplayed, overplayed. How do you say that word? It's overplayed. It's
overrated. We doing overrated?
Not overrated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I just can't figure out the words either.
But anyways, yeah, it's played out. There we go.
Played out. There you go.
So, yeah.
So,
you think that's it for today, or should we, do you want to just finish it out?
Well, yeah, let me just touch on the topic.
Well, if you want to touch on the topic, don't you want to do it for most of the show? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, there's just one more thing I just wanted to, conclude because being as on bad, I'm trying to learn the language of the sheep, so it's good to be bilingual.
Wait. How can you learn the language of the sheep when you were once a sheep in your own eyes? Do you think you were once a sheep?
Of course. I mean, yeah.
So then how are you trying to learn the language? Don't you already know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to relearn it. It's something that, I forgot. Your roots? But I'm trying to make sure that I remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember to make sure that I do remember that I did once follow the shepherd. I did follow him into the slaughterhouse at one point. But I just wanted to just put it out there. GMOs, label it. You have other countries, most developed countries out there. Europe. I mean, Europe is not Europe is a continent. I'm tripping. But it's Britain. As a matter of fact, Britain. They're forcing companies that use GMOs in their products to label that you are using GMOs in there. So that's all I'm asking. Make sure these companies they need to label their products, label the GMO. I've noticed that there's new natural organic products out there that are advertising the fact that they're not using GMOs, which is a good thing. I want to, make sure that we keep support. I want to support that. I want, y'all to go out there and support the non-GMO using companies. You know what I mean? But I guess
no, go on.
Well, I just wanted to touch on that real quick before we concluded the first episode.
Well, we still have 10 minutes left. But anyways, on the GMOs and the organic thing, I was reading an article about how, just because it's organic doesn't mean that it's not GMO.
Yeah, that's that. I believe the same thing. You really can't trust a lot of things nowadays with when it comes to, the policymakers and everything that's going on. So you just got to use your own judgment. Just try to be as healthy as you can in a world full of filth. You understand me?
So, what would you say? I would prefer to eat organic food over something that has pesticides sprayed all over it. But you know what? I don't make enough money to be buying some organic food. What would you say to me? I got a family to feed. Are you gonna buy my groceries for me?
We're not able to afford to eat healthy all the time, but do it as much as you can. Just for your own sake.
But what about someone who really, really, really I really want to do this organic stuff, but I just can't afford it. Okay, I still got gas. I still got gas to pay for. I still got rent. I still got a baby.
Well, there you can go places or certain foods, certain if you're on if you go vegetarian, you do the vegetarian way. Fruits and vegetables are not that expensive.
Organic fruits and vegetables are expensive. Okay. We just saw a freaking organic avocado for $1.50.
Yeah, sometimes you're not able to do that. Sometimes you can't go organic with just as much as you can. That's what I do. You do as much as I can.
So someone who's living off $8 an hour, how would you tell them, your life, it would be much better. You wouldn't be as sick all the time if you bought organic. Yeah, but I can't afford organic. What do you suggest they do?
Well, I suggest they come with me and we go downtown and we start, protest and do something about, what they're doing to our foods. That's what I suggest. And I'll be down to come with them at any
realistically though. No, okay. I gotta go feed my family right now, but you're telling me that I need to eat organic food. So what am I gonna do? Can you pay for my meal this one time? If we're gonna go downtown and protest, when I go downtown, there's all these big businesses, Starbucks, McDonald's. After we're done protesting, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get me a hamburger because it's all on the dollar menu.
Well, that's understandable. But me, myself, I can't eat McDonald's just because of the food.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying to someone who.
Yeah, if you have to do it, you have to do it. I have to eat unhealthy myself. We don't always eat, fruits and vegetables, potatoes, stuff like that. It just, like I said, just do it as much as you can. Just like,
Just do it as much as you can. But, sir, you still haven't answered my question. Tonight, I'm going to go home and I'm going to feed my family. I need your help. But I want them to eat healthy. Where do I start? Okay, where would you suggest someone start? They're making $8 an hour. They have 2 kids, we'll say. Say it's like a single dad or a single mom. And they really want to eat healthy. Where would you suggest they start? They're like, I really want my kids to be healthy so they can live a long life, so they don't have to live like me. I don't want to do GMOs. I want to do organic foods. How do I start? Where do I start with $8 an hour and I'm paying $900 rent for a 1-bedroom apartment? Where would you suggest they start? Bah! Come on now. You can't give me any kind of suggestion.
If you're making $8 an hour, I'm making barely more than that myself. I can understand, that it's hard to eat healthy. Once again, if you want to be, specific, where would you start? Start by going to Sprouts with the little extra money that you got, and buy it. If you can't buy it, forget it. Go get you a dollar pizza from 7-Eleven. I do it myself. That's that's my answer. That's the best way I can find an answer to you.
But you can't start if that's always the end solution, right?
Well, that's why we have to do something about this economic slavery that we're in. Yeah, wage slavery. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, escape, and I'm trying to do the Harriet Tubman thing and get my people out of here. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, really. Ultimately, when you're in the wage slavery, when you trapped in that circle, then things like this happen. Yeah, things like this happen. You find yourself unable to afford to eat stuff that is not poisoned. You know what I mean? That's not bad for you. You find it hard to take time out and, spend time with your loved ones or your friends because you're constantly at work, constantly in that cycle of monotony. It's called free range slavery. You know what I mean? You're trapped in that. So, I mean, the only solution right now that I would actually give you as a, mother that's making $8 an hour is to join forces with me, and we'll go down, to Washington, D.C., and we can hold signs up. We can do, we can start.
No, you got to start in your own town first.
Yeah, we
you
can
can't
start
go. Yeah, start in your own town first. All right,
yeah,
we're almost out of time, so we're going to end this right now. We're going to, any last words that you want to say? Make it short. And sweet. Okay.
To all my enlightened ones out there, just keep up the fight. Don't we out here. The candles are
go. See what you gotta say.
Well, that's all I want to say. And to all my sheep out there that refuse to see the light, even though it's shining right in your face. The ones that's sleeping and are comfortable in their bed of of lies and of conformity. Stay where you're at, and I wish you a great night. Bah. That's the sheep call.
That's a very negative way to get. No, that's a very negative way to get people to like really change. I mean, you gotta build people up, not break them down. But anyways, we're going to end it off with some music. This song is Inspector Norse by Todd Terje. You're listening to Baaaaahhhh Radio. I'm Juby.
And this is Wabi Baaaaahhhh.
And we'll have lots more episodes with you, lots more debates and all that. All right. Nighty-night.